Hello, this is a discussion from your career teachers, speaking to you about how to properly format your professional portfolios. So I'm going to look at 3 different examples, show you what the strengths and some of the weaknesses are of them. To begin with, the first page that you should have is a careers page. So you need to pull out careers. Actually, we should talk about tabs first. You need to pull out your careers tab out from MYP and into its own separate spot so that it's easy to navigate and easy to find for the people who will be looking at your professional portfolio. Now, once you click on careers, this should be actually your home page. So you're going to need to send your teacher a link to your iFolio. This should be the page. Specifically in this page, you can see careers is at the top, and then all the different documents, you're not needing a professional portfolio or personal statement this time, are here. And also see all the IB Learner profile traits down here. As well, if I were to click on the tab, I can see all of those things up here as well. So this is a good example of what this should look like. As you can see, this student has personalized their portfolio. It looks very clean. The one thing that I would suggest, I'm not sure why this is here. It's not necessary, and it would be it's one of the widgets that I would suggest kind of getting rid of. Okay. Now, if we were to move on to the cover letter, you can see the cover letter here. It's acceptable, but I would say it's a little bit small. If you could widen this out and make this more legible, that would be ideal. Notice that this is actually the cover letter that was used, and it's a JPEG or a screenshot of that. If we take a look at the resume, it's going to look very similar. This is ideally what you would like. Now, as moving on to traits, you can see 150 words at the top. This is a connection to the personal project that this young lady was doing, as well as some of her work in Myanmar. So this is what we're looking for as an example. Many good things about this, just the widget is probably the weakness. So if we look at a different one, we can see this is a little bit different. You can see the personal touch by Arson here. Unfortunately, when I click on careers, however, I just have widgets pop up as opposed to anything specific. So if we go back, this is what you want to pop up, something like this. You could also have your picture here and a quick hello. However, as we look into what Arson has done, we look at the cover letter, this is much better because, as you can see, this is legible. I can read it. The one thing I would suggest is to move it into the middle if possible, but that's the acceptable placement of the cover letter. You can see the resume. It's going to look exactly the same. As we move on to personal profile, or the IB Learner profile traits, you can see the Arson put the wording at the bottom and the examples at the top. So that's acceptable. Finally, we'll take a look at this last one. This is quite nice. As you can see, this is personalized background. This is a personalized theme. You should all have a theme on your blog. As we go on, this is not ideal. You want to have the tab out like this. But this tab is in here. I have to go and search for it. It's not as easy to find. If I click on careers, unfortunately there's nothing here, and I've got too many boxes over here. These need to be gotten rid of, and I'll show you why. So as we go along with the careers, take a look at the cover letter. This is not acceptable. This is not legible in any way, shape, or form. There's a second click that's needed to open it up. This is not how you want your website to look. You want it to be there on the first click. As we continue, the resume is going to be similar. As we go over to the IB Learner profile traits, you can see, again, this is causing trouble. So if we can get rid of these, it would be ideal. Obviously, you can see the examples and the writing there. So those are 3 examples. Each one has its own special, unique thing that's very good, that I like about it. And hopefully this gives you an idea of what you should be doing.